Meghan Markle on alert. 10 million security, escape tunnels, and body doubles. That sounds a bit excessive, even paranoid, but let's find out what is all this about. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and I stumbled upon this report that they are spending a lot of dough on bodyguards for, well, reasons you're about to find out. After experiencing two intruder scares in just 12 days, Harry and Meghan are said to be stepping up their home security, and insiders tell us even spending millions a year still isn't enough to keep them feeling safe. Feeling safe is the right word, because I know that you want to feel safe at home, but how much? But I think their problem is not security in itself. It's reported that police received 6 calls to the couple's home in the last 14 months, including a trespasser on Christmas Eve 2020. And as Baroness Brock quoted from the same article, many high-profile celebrities have escaped tunnels leading to a bunker, and the Sussexes apparently have this too. They also meet their contacts at unusual venues, and they do a lot of homework. They do homework? Oh, that's news. Before, to ensure there's no way they'll be followed. Except for the speed dial paparazzis, that are Meghan's best friend. But I think the articles forget that we have videos and images that prove that they are not afraid to be followed by people with cameras, and not afraid of the clicks of those cameras, as we saw them having dinner with Eugenie back then. And this is proof that they are not that afraid about security, because why would they lower their window at the Jubilee celebrations and do the exact same thing at the UN in New York? Lower their window so they can get a picture. That doesn't make sense. So we have here a pattern of behavior that doesn't make sense. Our source says the pair are taking some drastic and creative measures. They have invested up to around 10 million on security since they quit their royal duties. It's their biggest outgoing by a mile. What's more, it's not unusual for them to deploy 3 or 4 bodyguards at a time, and they often sneak out to meetings at unusual times, even under the cover of darkness. This isn't about evading the paparazzi. It's about staying safe. Yeah, that's what they claim. The insider says one of the ways Harry and Meghan might stay incognito is by using body doubles, which might not come as a surprise to eagle-eyed royal fans. On a recent 4th of July outing in Wyoming, some were convinced that Prince Harry wasn't actually Prince Harry. You remember the controversy of these pictures, if this was Meghan or not, if it was Harry or not, and we kept guessing over and over again, because it's like, how suspicious that we couldn't see their faces. We had that question going on over and over again. But you tell me, with all this that they are doing, deploying the 3 or 4 bodyguards, and spending so much in security, being so wary of everything, that sounds exactly like persecution complex. I'm not diagnosing anyone here, but in psychology the term is an acute irrational fear that other people are plotting one's downfall and that they are responsible for one's failures. That is constantly thinking that you are threatened by other people, by strangers or anything. And you remember that excerpt from Tom Bower's Revenge. Next, Meghan demanded that she be registered in the hotel under an alias, Jane Smith. Her identity must be kept secret, says her agent, Lori Sale. Meghan doesn't want to be hassled by the hotel staff, other guests, or photographers. But at the end, register under her own name. No paparazzi gather outside the hotel. I guess she had lost her number, but whatever. She seems overly concerned about the possibility that someone could harm her or reach out to her or try to meet her. And that's why I mentioned that persecution complex. An acute, irrational fear that other people are plotting one's downfall and that they are responsible for one's failures. That's why I tweeted, I'm sure Montecito has a panic room so Harry can hide. And my Twitter followers are the best, and they have the wittiest comments, such as Human, who tweeted, Harry lives in the cupboard under the stairs. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it was brilliant. Fabo 20002. But in the world of showbiz, a body double isn't that far-fetched, as our source explains. They are very popular decoys for celebrities. While some of their methods may sound extreme, they consider it vital. I think I have a theory about the origin of this fear, and it has to do with the fact that Meghan did her due diligence with the royal family. They knew everything. Meghan Markle blamed for spreading Prince William cheating rumors, source claims. Why do I mention this article? Because Meghan had a strange obsession with William and Kate's marriage. The insider continues. She always wanted to know what they were doing and how they spent their time together as a private couple. Then you can imagine that if she was so invested in William and Catherine, she might have the fear that someone else is invested on her. Or maybe she wants anyone to be invested on her. But it has to do with the fact that Meghan knows how show business works, and Meghan knew In Touch magazine very well. She had been in the magazine several times when she was trying to be famous and had drinks with several writers and editors as she worked hard to be noticed. Meghan knows how their system works better than anyone, which is why palace insiders blame her for the leaks. I think that fear comes from three different sources. The first one is, of course, gaining that IPP status in the UK so they can use it all over the world. The second one is that they want to control their image at all costs. They just want to filter those paparazzi so they leak the exact photos that they want leaked. And the third one is a projection of being fearful of being stalked, the same way Meghan stalked the royal family. That is not sustainable. That is not a healthy behavior. That is not a healthy attitude. You know what is a much down-to-earth attitude? Like this example, this report from Matthew Syed. I was using the loo on train to Comgate yesterday while my young son waited outside. He got talking to a lady waiting her turn. They chatted, laughed. I came out to thank her, then almost fell over. It was Kate. Thank you, Kensington Royal. Well, this anecdote was funny enough. They continued chatting as I used the soap, then tap, then dryer. Judging by the laughter, they are having a whale of a time. I hear my son telling the lady that his father once won Commonwealth gold and sense that he is brandishing the medal he has brought along for the occasion. I hear more laughter. By the time I'm finished, we are only a couple minutes from the station. Come on, Ted, I say. We have to get off. Oh, and thanks for keeping him company, I say, turning to the woman waiting her turn when I am stopped in my tracks. My brow furrows, my face works. Kate, I blurt out. There are no security guards in the vestibule, no armed guards, but here is the Duchess of Cambridge chatting merrily with my son. What an anecdote. We're still going at it when the train has stopped and it's on the verge of heading off to Birmingham New Street. We'd better get off, says Ted. Did you realize who that was, son? I ask him. No idea, but she was really nice, he responds. The Duchess had no idea she was chatting to the son of a journalist, so I take this to reflect her character and sense of duty. The monarchy is in consummate hands. That was a great anecdote. That is the way natural people act natural, because you don't have to act natural. You just are. You don't need to act natural, because natural people don't have to act, don't have to be afraid of things that will not happen. They just make sure to be nice to everyone, no matter who they meet. I think these dynamics are one of the greatest challenges of Prince William. My grandmother has been brilliant. She's a real role model. She's just very helpful on any sort of difficulties or problems I might be having about the future. But I'm quite a private person as well, so I don't really talk that much about what I feel or think. Prince William. So this is a person, a man that is very public, but is very private at the same time. He doesn't talk publicly about his feelings. Compare him with Harry, that is constantly hiding, and every time he goes to the surface, whatever is coming from his mouth is my feelings this, my feelings that, I fear this, I fear that, I want this, I want that. That is the That is the known value he is giving to the world. And well, they both seem that they are making things up as they go along. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And until we meet on another video or another live, remember, much love and bliss. Take care. Love you all.